Next up, I'd like to invite Brandon to talk on collaborative intelligence, empowering humans with data and Gen AI. It's a hot topic, Gen AI with knowledge management. Brandon, over to you.
Sure, thanks. Let me get started. Collaborative intelligence, empowering the humans with data and generative AI. The key highlights for today is the data science with decision science, decision intelligence, human intelligence, as well as artificial intelligence, or so-called machine intelligence. A very good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone from different parts of the world. Now it is around 6:48 p.m. at Singapore time. I'm Brandon Ng from NUS as a lecturer. Generative AI. Now the evolution of the web, particularly the Web 3.0, which consists of AI-driven services, which means to reach out to much bigger target audience. The evolution of AI. As shown in this diagram, in fact, it highlights the key milestones of AI from first wave with rule-based technologies to second wave with big data and machine learning wave, and currently we are at the third wave of AI with generative AI. Now, worth to take note that the whole world has encountered two AI winters in the past. And by the way, I'm affected by the second wave because I just completed my study in the area of software engineering and artificial intelligence back then. So we can see that compared to the previous two waves of the AI, the number of the people involved in building, using, and talking about the AI has surged tremendously. A great example for this is the widespread of the adoption of ChatGPT. Last time, we tend to equate Netscape to internet, Google to internet search, and now ChatGPT as the Gen AI. Just in case, for those are too young, ChatGPT is Netscape is referring to one of the company set up their own browser as currently what we use as Google Chrome. Now, as you know, Gen AI is beyond ChatGPT. The similar Gen AI tools can be Microsoft Copilot, Google Gemini, and etc. So if we take one step back to look at the entire data space ecosystem, the important tasks to deal with data mining or knowledge discovery is typically via structured query language, SQL in short, in database world. However, there are huge and ample data available via linked data from Wikipedia to our daily Google search. And recently, with large language model, LLM, implemented by ChatGPT, Microsoft Copilot, and others, the data retrieval and knowledge discovery can be easily carried out. Therefore, the natural language, in this case, English language, becoming the most powerful language for data and knowledge, thanks to the AI models behind the scene of large language model. Actually, we are so happy that LLM is there. Some of us may worry about the job replacement and other impact to the industry as well. Prompt engineering is becoming the essential skill for everyone to master. It is the art of communicating with the Gen AI. Having said that, hallucination is still the main concern for the use of Gen AI in the industry. Ladies and gentlemen, worth to take note that AI is no longer just a futuristic notion. As a result, a lot of companies start to not only to uphold their staff's data literacy level, but also to uplift the AI literacy level from data science, machine learning to AI space. From technical perspective, AI does not revolve around Gen AI. AI is a broad space with many different techniques and practices, such as optimization, simulation, graphs, rules, heuristics, and other non-generative machine learning techniques. If the only tool we have is a hammer, it is tempting for us to treat everything as a neo problem. Hence, it is critical to solve the different nature of business problem with most optimal techniques. Otherwise, we will end up in this situation, force feed of wrong techniques in the wrong space to solve the wrong business problem. Ladies and gentlemen, with various techniques and technology, we are able to conduct data and analytics activities to derive actionable insights. In this case, decision intelligence is equivalent to the data plus decision multiplied by science, which is data science and decision science. It is a meeting point between the two spaces. In this relevant space, again and again, data is the relevant key ingredient. Hence, it is crucial to leverage on the solid foundation, which are the data architecture in infrastructure. Otherwise, the whole application will collapse. In this case, AI system. Hence, in reality, data plays a crucial role in enabling organizations to perform analytics and derive valuable and actionable insights. Hence, AI-ready data is the key task for AI and Gen AI implementation. Ladies and gentlemen, we still remember in the past, we emphasizing the key issue of no data means no analytics can be carried out. This is becoming more and more critical and challenging when we gear towards data science, machine learning, and AI, and currently Gen AI projects. By and large, a lot of machine learning and AI algorithms, such as deep learning, are data-hungry algorithms. Due to a lot of data science and machine learning projects were initiated, many organizations realized the data is not ready, either not in the right quality or quantity. Hence, data engineering, data management, data governance should be put in place so that AI initiative can take place and take shape accordingly. Presently, decision intelligence becomes the latest framework for decision-making process. It is an engineering discipline that augments data science with theory from social science, decision theory, and managerial science. Right? It is an intersection or meeting point between decision-centric and data-driven analytics. In conclusion, it is crucial that to achieve organizational intelligence and organizational excellence via the adoption of decision strategy, which consists of three main components, namely data, analytics, and decisions. As you know, analytics is the process which embedding operational research, statistical techniques, or even AI techniques as well. Due to the need to make well-informed, data-driven decisions with higher complexity and uncertainty, it is essential to re-engineer decision-making process for a typical organization. The decision-making process is becoming more connected, contextual, and continuous. Hence, it will achieve decision intelligence via collective intelligence, continuous intelligence, and ambient intelligence. With that, after a quick look at decision intelligence, let's move on to human and machine collaboration. It is a must for a typical AI adoption. Collaborative intelligence, the meeting point of human intelligence and artificial or machine intelligence. You see this diagram before? ChatGPT can't do anything under the sky. still need human involvement, right? So in this case, will machine intelligence overtake human intelligence? Is a big question mark for us to think through carefully. Cooperative intelligence takes place where human intelligence intersects with machine or AI. The critical success factor lies in existing human decision maker through AI at various levels of support, augmentation, and automation. We are slowly transiting from human versus AI ecosystem to human with AI ecosystem. With human-machine collaborative intelligence take place in industry, human with AI will likely replace or take over human without AI. In summary, instead of choosing between human intelligence or machine intelligence, we should change our mindset to be human-machine or human-AI collaborative intelligence. As a result, human with AI will replace human without AI. After all this, ladies and gentlemen, we point out to the issue with human involvement or human oversight in the AI adoption for AI system implementation. There are three main types of human involvement in the context of AI in the industry, which is human in the loop, human out of the loop, and human over the loop. To what extent should human remain involved in business processes with the adoption of AI? For example, human in the loop for machine learning training models. At this juncture, AI or Gen AI not be capable in various areas, which is likely the key human intelligence. For example, by providing feedback via human in the loop approach, we can improve the model's accuracy level. Clearly, for a human intelligence, it is easier for us to differentiate the muffin versus the puppies. Also, one of the key issues is the causation versus correlation. For example, machines' lack of understanding of causal relation is one of the biggest challenge in the training of the AI models to be equipped with human-level intelligence. What you see sometimes is not the actual fact. In this case, it's not the cat which collapsed the rooftop. It must happen beforehand. And also, context before content. Set up the right context before presenting the content. For example, if you do a quick prompt in AI or Gen AI, you notice that salmon in the river, you can see there is the sizes of the salmon, which is not correct because the context is wrong. And obviously, when I did the latest prompt in ChatGPT, luckily it's improved over the time. Similar for Google Gemini as well, right? So it becomes artistic work. And also, you notice that without context, the dog is being identified as a tiger because the context is not put in place and trained in the model. Another one, without context, which is the average length of a typical cow, the cows blocked by the object are identified as one cow with super long body. So with that in place, safeguard, governance, ethical issue become more and more concern for human mankind. AI ethics and governance. Due to the heavy adoption of AI on top of data governance in the past, AI ethics and governance becoming one of the essential governance tasks, particularly responsible AI and explainable AI. While human becomes robots hooked with their own hand gadgets, the robots humanize themselves by reading, collecting information, acquire knowledge to improve their wisdom and intelligence level. In other words, we can assume that this situation there is a need for human involved in autonomous and automated tasks by AI, especially in the Gen AI era. In AI, we refer this as human in the loop. On the other hand, are we going to be overtaken by Gen AI? It's a big question mark. So serious AI ethics issue to be addressed, particularly the responsible AI implementation, has always become one of the key issue and concern by us. Human in the loop is critical to ensure AI not go beyond human control. So, food for thought. Before I end this sharing, will this going to happen in the future? If you're not too sure, I may suggest you to watch some of the movies, Terminator, The Matrix, and The Creator. Right, it's a fantastic conversational regarding different scientific movie related to AI and the human. Last but not least, OpenAI launched a classifier to distinguish between human versus AI written essay, documents, and etc. Right, it's good for us to understand who is behind the scene. So with that, I thank everyone for your attention. It's my quick sharing pertaining to collaborative intelligence. Back to you, Buddy.
Thank you, Brandon. We take a couple of questions from the audience. We've got some coming on chat. I'm putting it here. The first one's by Karen, and she asks, "How can organizations balance creativity and accuracy when using Gen AI tools?"
Accuracy and
Creativity and accuracy can be balanced using Gen AI tools.
it really depends on your specific tasks to be addressed by the Gen AI, right? The accuracy wise depends on your company implementation. A lot of cases where due to the confidentiality and privacy of data, companies tend to set up their own internal ecosystem within the company corporate network, right? So they can improve the accuracy via a lot of documentation upload into their own internal ecosystem, particularly set up their own rack, right, with vector databases put in place. So this will be able to improve their accuracy and based on the internal organizational documentation as part of the example for unstructured and structured data. For creativity, obviously, is always one of the key Gen AI features. Personally, I use it for product innovation. For example, when I teach conjoint analysis, right, other cases where in the past we tend to draw, sketch, build a prototype in a smaller scale, or even engage artists to really come up with their plan, drawing, and etc. But now, with proper prompting, step by step of the chain of thoughts, Gen AI be able to come up with fantastic models, fantastic picture, diagram, and everything to be done in a few seconds or few minutes, right? So it really depends on the tasks to be achieved accordingly. I hope this will answer your question.
We take one more question that has come up,
Yeah,
Brandon.
yeah.
This they did not put their name, but it says, "What skills should we focus on to effectively collaborate with AI systems? As an employee, what skills should we focus on?"
Skills. Now, it really depends on your positioning. From a typical business user or user, if you want to uplift yourself to be power user, right? Other cases where it's more into based on tools, right? Copilot, ChatGPT, and etc. And of course, one of the key concerns people start to think about is the prompt engineering, right? So it is not so hard because prompting is kind of teaching our kids how to ask questions in a much more step-by-step manner. Okay, so if we move on to the next level, you want to be a data scientist, AI engineer, right? Other cases where we need to pick up much more technical aspect. For example, a lot of cases people mention programming can be done via ChatGPT, Gen AI particularly. However, we still need to go into in-depth to ensure that how the algorithm, how the programming take place. Because as a data scientist, AI engineer, we have to ensure that we'll be able to audit, ensure responsibility and interpretability, reproducibility of that piece of algorithm. So algorithmic design, for example, ethical programming, for example, are the key concern nowadays in the space. If you're talking about AI ethics and governance.
Thanks, Brandon. I see Rajesh has also joined us. Rajesh is the next on our talk list. Hi, Rajesh. I see you've put a question there. I'd ask you to take it live with Brandon, and then move into your presentation. Rajesh, please.
Thanks, Brandon. Brandon, my favorite question, yeah, ethics. How do we manage ethics, man? If we are coming up with ChatGPT, how do we make sure that the answers that we are getting from our peers, or from our superiors, or from our staff, is not something that's just been generated by AI?
Okay, this question was asked by a lot of seminar when I go to speaking session, etc. Right? So that's why recently there is a new job skill being emerged as one of the important skill set in the data space, in AI space, is knowledge engineer. Right. So the knowledge engineer, basically they are the one who in the past in knowledge management, knowledge engineering space, they tend to represent the human expertise into rules, into the expert system, right, to model it so that we can carry out proper machine reasoning, human reasoning accordingly. Right. So you really need to have a human domain expert to verify the output is correct. Because after all, we make human to be intelligent via through our human learning process as well. Right. So again, come to audit. All the countries have their own version of AI ethics and governance rules, references. Singapore as well, we do have our AI body of knowledge, right? Co-created between SCS and NTU. And all these are become a guideline for us. And in particular industry, for example, finance by MAS, education sector by MOE in Singapore, for example, we also have the different standard guideline, or even including individual IHL universities. We do have a standard guideline how to ensure that the proper implementation, adoption of Gen AI in our day-to-day business operations. Hope this will answer the question, but it's a very broad question that we cannot answer within a few minutes because it's a huge topic to talk about. Right.
Thanks, Brandon. Thank you.
Thank you, Brendan. Any other questions that our attendees would have for Brandon? Follow-up questions, please feel free to connect with him directly or via the Navigo team. Thank you for taking your time out, Brandon, and joining us today.
Thank you so much.